Marilyn here, your optimism guru, ready to spread a little daily cheer in your world, even when I am road tripping. Today I am going up to fabulous Wichita Falls, Texas to unload my son's dorm room. My eldest child is finishing up his freshman year, and as I record this, he is taking his final of his freshman year, which is just crazy when your baby is in college, and not only going to college but finishing the first year of college. It's just surreal. So meanwhile, the baby of the family is going into junior high this coming year. It's just crazy transitions. My middle child is turning 18 and moving out and buying a home, and it's just amazing. It's amazing to be a mom and see how your children develop and grow and adapt and move into their own personalities and lives, and see how they mature into fine, outstanding citizens. So I'm incredibly proud of all of them, no matter which route they are taking. It's incredible to watch. I love it. I love it. I love it. So today I thought that it would be a fun day to just kind of have a chat day, because who doesn't love chatting? I have lots of stuff that's been on my mind that I thought would be cool to talk about while I am road tripping on lots of long Texas, out in the middle of nowhere roads. So come along with me. Get ready to be talked at. So a wonderful thing just happened. My cell phone went out of signal, out of range of any signal, because I'm out in the middle of nowhere in the back roads of Texas. Oh man, oh my gosh. Hello? I probably will not have you long. So I couldn't have planned that better, could I? Good grief. Let's talk about the nice thing about having quiet time every once in a while, which is an odd thing for me to chatter about, I realize, but isn't it remarkable how when you are forced, like a forced vacation situation, or out in the middle of nowhere where you don't have a phone signal and you can't really do a whole heck of a lot on your phone or communicate with people, how nice that is occasionally, just to kind of quiet your mind and kind of just let things decompress and relax. Oh my word. Oh my word. It's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. So I've been on the hunt for coffee, because I don't know about you guys, just whenever you're on any kind of road trip, do you just instantly start craving something, or instantly kind of go off your normal eating, snacking, whatever routine? I get on the road and immediately start craving the nastiest convenience store coffee I can find. And I mean, I like coffee. I drink coffee, but it's a craving I get as soon as I know I'm on a road trip to find convenience store coffee, like out of those machines where you mix and match. And I do like suicides where I'll do like regular coffee, and then I'll do some of the mocha stuff, and I don't know, French vanilla or what. It's a mess. It's just a mess. And I will drink this stuff round the clock on road trips. I don't know what it is. It's like Pavlov's dog, Marilyn, and convenience store coffee. I love it. Anyway, can't seem to find any right now. I'm having horrible luck. I was planning on also stopping at Starbucks and passed that right by because I got caught on the phone, and I still haven't had any coffee. But it makes me think about something that is of critical importance to anyone who is of my age or older, or younger for that matter, just from an anti-aging standpoint. So here coffee is dehydrating, clearly. And so having a coffee habit is just, there are health benefits, I know, to drinking, a half cup or a cup of coffee a day. I know that there are timely things, at that midday slump that everyone has. I've read really great research and I've tested it out, and it totally works to drink your cup of coffee in the afternoon when you have a slump, and then take a quick power nap, and it's like the perfect combination. I love doing that. I've gotten very good at the 20-minute power nap. It's a phenomenal thing. I love it. I love it. I love it. And that's especially true whenever, most days I wake up at 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And so, by 1 and 2, talk about a slump. I'm there. And all the kids are about to hit the house, and so I need something to re-energize me and recharge my batteries. And I will do that by drinking a little small cup of coffee and taking a power nap. And when I wake up, it's like I just slept a full night's sleep, and it's just beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. But road trips like this, where all I want to do is drink coffee and no water and no anything of any nutritional value whatsoever, except for sugary, gross, dehydrating coffee, makes me think about how incredibly unhealthy coffee habits actually are. And I can only speak from experience and from being a woman. I am no health expert, but as I am getting older, just turned 40, plan to live until I'm 120, so I have 80 more years in this body, short of modern technology, where I can, a lot of wealth, where I can completely update everything as I go along, which I'm not against doing. I'm not opposed to that. But drying out my body is going to cause me to age more quickly, which as a female is incredibly detrimental, not only to just the way that I feel about myself, because no one likes looking in the mirror as they are aging and seeing that their skin is drying, their face is drying, their hands don't look as pretty as they once did, their arms are not as attractive as they start to dry and start doing that tissue paper effect. That is from losing moisture in our skin. So that's one reason I should stop drinking so much darn coffee. And I'm great about drinking water. I'm great about drinking fresh pressed juices and smoothies that are all based in rich, real foods and vegetables and fruits. However, drinking water and taking in all of these great vegetables are still not going to completely combat when you drink sodas, when you drink coffees, when you do things that are dehydrating and you're not fully replenishing your body. So I don't want to age extra quickly. Ugh, what a scary thought. I mean, I'm only a third through my life. I have to be gentle with this body. I have to be gentle. So I need to stop drinking as much coffee. And again, I don't drink very much anymore, but road trips like this, I will drink 3 or 4 cups of coffee on this road trip, because I know me, and it's only a day trip. It's not even a long haul. But I want to age well. The other thing working against women of my age, is that in most women, I had a hysterectomy 10 years ago, so I went through menopause 10 years ago. So I speak from experience when I know about the drying effect that being postmenopausal has on your body. So as your body's not producing as much estrogen, your women who are going through a natural progression and going through menopause naturally, on top of also drinking coffee or doing things that are not replenishing their fluids, are going to hit the wall. They're going to hit the wall hard. And let's just be real, no woman wants to hit the wall. It's not a pretty wall to hit, and it doesn't leave a good mark. So, in order to not hit that proverbial wall, mid to late 40s to early to mid 50s, and just completely, you'll look at people, I look at women and study them quite a bit because this is fascinating to me, that women can look so incredibly different from their 20s and 30s to their 50s and 60s. And just what a difference self-care makes to a woman's aging process, to their sense of self-worth, to just their whole outlook on life. Because as we get older, as we take care of ourselves and age gracefully and replenish our nutrients and keep ourselves hydrated and our bodies fully functioning just beautifully, and we have this radiance, there is a confidence that goes with that. There is an appreciation that goes with that. There's a comfort in our own skin that goes with that, where the opposite is also true. And if we're not taking care of ourselves, that wall's going to come fast. And not only do the hormonal changes of menopause affect a woman's demeanor, outlook on life, general just opinions on things, it really is incredible to me, because I can tell whenever I take hormone replacement therapy, I understand the risks involved, but the risks involved of me having a terrible attitude all the time outweigh the risks of cancer in my world. The hormonal differences that postmenopausal women have are extraordinary. So imagine, for those of you who have not gone through menopause yet, to those women who have not endured this, to the men who are watching, for whatever reason you've stuck through this, because I know I am just rambling. But there's good stuff in here, I swear. Imagine going through PMS every day. Every day. That's what postmenopausal is like for those who do not manage their estrogen and do not take some form of regulatory hormone replacement. So add up drying skin that comes with just aging in general, and on top of loss of estrogen. Add to that feeling like crapola every day because you're essentially PMSing every day of your life. So we don't like the way that our skin looks, so we're aging more rapidly. We've got our attitudes are in the toilet because we don't feel so hot. Add to that hot flashes, which feels like your body is baking from the inside and is like, there's no amount of ice, there's no amount of air conditioner, there's no amount of lack of clothing. There is nothing that you can do to make a hot flash tolerable. You are flush, you are sweating A lot of times there's absolutely no rhyme or reason to when it's going to come on. So you could be in the middle of a business board meeting. You could be in the middle of playtime with your love. You could be sleeping. You could be doing whatever it is that you do, going about your day, and one of these is going to hit, and it is misery. So drying skin, rapidly aging, horrible attitude, PMSing all the time, hot flashes, baking from the inside and not being able to control it, and that then also affecting our mood. This is what postmenopausal women are dealing with, menopausal women are dealing with. So the attitudes are going to shift. And that also affects our outlook on life. It affects our positivity. It affects the way that other people respond to us and how much they enjoy being around us or don't, because, you know, women dealing with all of this are not all that pleasant to be around. They're just not. We are just not. I have to say I am included in this, because everyone who knows me closely is well within their rights to say, anytime I am in a bad mood, well within their rights to say, is your estrogen okay? Because that's true. I am the most even-keeled. I love life every day, every way. But if my estrogen is off, it is noticeable in my attitude and in my outlook. So, that wall, that proverbial wall, hits women, and it's not pretty. It's not pretty on lots of levels, and I, for one, just want to, I don't like seeing women go through this. I don't like seeing women in particular, because women cannot get away with it the way that men do. It is not being sexist, it's just the truth. Men age differently, and society and our own view of men who are aging is worlds different than our view of women aging. Sorry, a bird just flew like at my windshield. I was like, ah. So it's not even a fairness issue. It's just reality. Our makeup is different. We age differently. Our bodies respond to aging differently, and our attitudes about aging are considerably different. You know, my man is not going to look in the mirror and think, oh gosh, look at how wrinkled I am this morning. I need a little bit of extra moisturizer. Or, oh, I got a little too much sun on my skin. That's going to age me and make me look like a leather handbag. No, not at all. Oh, I'm getting some gray in my hair. I should color that. Oh, I've got a little bit of a belly. I'm getting a little soft around the middle. I need to immediately take care of that and not let that happen. No, that doesn't happen. It does not happen. Men age differently, and our outlook on it is different. Their outlook on it is different. So I'm not being sexist, and I'm not trying to be unfair to men versus women in talking about this. It's just the way it is. I just want to be real. And I don't think enough women admit to how difficult aging is, what we can do to slow the process down, like what really we can do. I mean, we'll talk about night creams and day creams and eye creams and serums and oils all day long. Women will talk about that all day long. But we won't readily talk about how we are aging and how hard that is to deal with, and what kind of things that we can do to slow it down and to make it a little bit more tolerable, not only for us but for those around us. So I think we need to have more real conversations about this, and I think this is a great place to start, because the age that I am, and already having gone through menopause, I feel like I have a really good platform and a lot of helpful tips from Marilyn about how to combat this and how to not hit the wall. I think that hydration is key. I think that hormones are paramount to your sanity. And I think that not allowing ourselves to go just on the excuse that we're getting older. I think too many women allow aging to be a ticket to quit caring as much. You know, there's a very distinct difference in 40, 50, 60-year-old women who care still about the way they look versus those who do not. If you're in a... that's going to be tacky. I'm not going to say that. I have the opinion that women should dress themselves in an appealing way every day. And I don't mean sexually arousing. I just mean I believe that people should dress themselves well every day of their lives. And it elevates the way that they operate. It elevates the way that they think. It elevates the way that others view them and hold them in high regard. And so that is of critical importance, because the way that others respond to us also affects us and how we think and how we operate and how we respond and how we go through life. So to pretend that we don't give a shit what anybody else thinks about us and all of this is complete bull. You know, be having a wonderful, the best way to test this is to be having a fabulous day and then bump into someone or talk to someone that you care about who's having a horrible day and is taking it out on you, and see how that affects things. It just does. There's no way around it. It affects things. Other people affect us, and the way that they respond to us and the way that they view us and the way that they respond and respect and communicate with us makes a big difference. So, all of this to say, let's age more gracefully and let's pay attention and let's have real conversations about women and aging and what we can do to help each other out, and that it's okay to just be real about some of us having it down a little bit better than others, and helping one another out and elevating one another and lifting each other up, and just being there through this phase of life that kind of sucks and that guys don't understand. And you know, this is also the age when so many men are kind of feeling their oats and getting younger girlfriends, and it's because women going through menopause, we kind of are bitches, and we kind of don't look all that great anymore if we're not taking care of things, and we kind of stop caring in a lot of ways, and our attitude is such that it negatively affects the men in our lives. But then the men are turned off, the men are driven away, and yet then we get more bitchy because our guys are leaving and they're going for younger women. And what? I mean, I don't want to be the person to say it was all your fucking fault to begin with, but it kind of is sometimes. It kind of is sometimes. Guys do not understand what it's like to be a female and go through these hormonal differences and deal with estrogen. Estrogen is just something that they don't deal with. And they certainly don't deal with it well when it's negatively affecting the women in their lives. There are a few that are better than others, but for the most part, in grand generalizations, men don't deal with estrogen well. Nor should they, because they are different people. They are a different species. They have their own things. But you cannot let yourself go. You cannot look at your wedding picture or look at your pictures from when you were dating your man and not still put as much effort into your appearance and your passion for him and the way that you carry yourself and the way that you take care of yourself. If you did all of those things when he was attracted to you and he married you or he fell in love with you or whatever your situation, but you stopped doing that, who's to blame? If you had a great attitude and you enjoyed doing things with him and you were an active, participant in your life with him when you were younger and you were just dating, or when you were a newlywed and you did things together and you stopped doing that, shame on you. If as you are getting older and you're not as comfortable in your own skin anymore, or you've put on a little bit of weight and you're not doing anything about it, whether he is or not, whether he's gained weight or not, whether he's got a great attitude or not, if you have let yourself go and have not done anything to fix it, and it's making you not feel all that great, and it's disconnecting you from your man, shame on you. If anyone is still watching at this point, because this is some hard truth, but it's stuff that is absolute truth. If you are going through menopause and you feel like crap because you're PMSing essentially every day and your hormones are jacked, because that's what menopause is all about, is completely jacking your hormones. If your skin is drying because of hormones and because we drink too much coffee and because we drink too much soda and because we don't take in as many nutrients as we need and we're not taking care of our bodies, shame on you. Shame on you. If you want the love of your life that you fell in love with, whether you were high school sweethearts, whether you were in your 20s or 30s, whether you got married 5 years ago, if you want the love of your life to remain attracted to you and drawn to you and desire you and desire time with you, you cannot be the completely different person than you were when you fell in love and expect that to happen. The saying goes that men marry women thinking they'll never change. Women marry men thinking they'll change everything about them. And it's true. If you are a completely different person than the man than your man married, why would that be appealing to him? If you're a completely different person, that's on you. And so you don't have any room to get pissed off when he isn't attracted to you anymore, doesn't want to spend time with you anymore. You're not the person he married. You're not the person he fell in love with. So reclaim that person. If that person is your truest self. If the person that you were then was not really who you wanted to be, if the person that your husband fell in love with was not really the truest version of yourself, then don't get mad if he falls out of love with you. Then don't get mad if he's not attracted to you any longer, because he's attracted to someone that you're not anymore and that you don't really want to be. And that's okay. So just I suggest you just go on and end ties right there, because if he's only pining after a person that you don't want to be, then that's wasting both of your time. It's just wasting both of your time. And it doesn't even matter what your thought is on divorce at this point, because you're going to live miserably the rest of your life. However, if you look back on, let's say you were high school sweethearts, or you met and hooked up in your 20s, and you look back on those times as the best times of your life, reclaim it. Oh my gosh, there's nothing sweeter than seeing middle-aged people living exciting, beautiful lives that they enjoy like they're 20. You know, I mean, I'm not talking about making irresponsible decisions, but living and enjoying life is a fantastic thing, and there is nothing in the rule book of adulting that says that just because we are grown-ups, that means we can't still enjoy our lives. So, if your husband fell in love with you when you were young and spunky and full of life and full of energy and full of excitement, and you're not that person anymore, you're the one that's changed that. So I highly suggest that you grab life by the balls and you reclaim that exciting, youthful, feminine energy that is still in you. It's still there. It didn't go away. And to prove that it is still there, all you have to do is look at all of the girlfriends that you have who have gotten divorced recently or split up from their men. Instant. They revert to the person that they missed being. So it's still there. You don't have to divorce your husband. You don't have to split up or have something negative happen in your relationship with your man to reclaim that energy. You can reclaim that energy with this same man that you fell in love with 20, 30, 10, 5 years ago. You can do it. It's there. She's still there. Reclaim her. And recharge your relationship with this man who misses the person that you were then just as much as you do. So, here are some ways to recharge and reactivate and remember who that youthful, spunky powerhouse was of your youth. Okay, you ready? Bring it. Let's do this. First of all, drink water. What? It gives you more energy. It helps your body function better. It keeps your skin youthful and glowing to be hydrated. And it helps prevent headaches because your body is functioning better. So whether you like water or not, suck it up. Drink 8 cups of water a day and just own it. Just own it like it's medicine or like it's vitamins or anything else. Drink water. Number 2, exercise. You've got to keep your body moving so that you do not lock up. Think of so many of these people that have aged and become absolutely rigid in their bodies. I mean, rigid. Like they are afraid to walk. They're afraid to sit. They're afraid to do whatever it is normal functioning people should be able to do. It's in this age that we are right now that kind of stuff starts setting in. That we start getting afraid to do stuff because our bodies are getting older. No! Hell no! Stay active, stay moving, stay fit, and you will feel better. Your body will continue to move better, and you will be more solid in your movement because you'll be stronger and your muscles are not deteriorating, which is a natural part of aging. So when you fall, maybe you won't break that hip because your muscles are still there. You have protection, and you are just a stronger, more well put together, held together person. And I'm talking like physiologically. So exercise, it makes you feel better. It makes you look better. It makes your man desire you more because you look better and because you are more comfortable in your skin. And there is nothing sexier than a woman who feels good about herself. There's nothing sexier. It doesn't matter your age or your weight. If you are a self-confident, comfortable in your own skin, you feel great kind of girl, no matter what, that is sexy. That is sexy. So, exercise is number 2. Hydrate and exercise. The other ways to reclaim that youthful enthusiasm that you had when your man fell in love with you is remember the things that you used to do together. Just do them. Find something that he enjoys doing or that you two used to enjoy doing together and do it. Just make it happen. Don't whine and nag and complain that you don't do things together anymore like you used to. Just do it. Find something to do and do it and enjoy it and have the best time. The best time. And don't be judgmental and don't nag and don't go in there thinking you're not going to have any damn fun, because you are. You're going to have fun just like you had fun when you were 19 and 20 and 25 and 35. Just get out there and know that you're going to have a great time with this handsome, wonderful man that you love. So, hydrate, exercise, do things together. Just own it and do something with your guy that brings back memories of things that you used to do together all the time. Do those. And lastly, do not give in to the rigidity of changing hormones. Recognize what's going on in your own body and be willing to admit it. So many of us females do not want to admit that we are getting to be that age. And I think that that's a really important first step, and I think it's a really important step to have that honest conversation with your man so that he knows when you're being a complete bitch and spinning off and not being yourself, that you're okay with saying, I'm so sorry. I know I'm not being myself. I know I'm being cranky today. I know I'm really not trying to be angry. Nothing you're doing is making me angry. Really, I'm angry because I'm hot flashing and I don't feel very good and I'm PMSy and I just don't feel right. So I apologize for anything that I may be saying or doing that is out of the ordinary and is nagging or bitching at you. So be honest about that and just own it. And then do whatever it takes as you're going through these hormonal cycles to elevate your mood. So meditation. Again, exercise makes a huge difference. Again, hydration makes a huge difference. And just recognizing and owning what's going on makes a huge difference, because then even as you're going through, like say you're in the worst mood possible because you're hormonal and you're bitchy, but you take a minute to understand and to recognize that that you're in a bad mood because of an estrogen dip or because of a hot flash or because of completely hormonally based circumstances. It's really easy to then kind of step away from that and operate outside of that. It makes it easier when you just admit it. And I recommend it because admitting that and stepping away from that and just owning what's going on and being okay with it makes a huge difference in your positive outlook on the day and on the things going on around you. You're not as sensitive and not as quick to jump on everyone for doing the wrong thing whenever you're owning the fact that they're not doing anything wrong. It's really just that you're in a terrible mood and you're kind of being bitchy, and it's on you. And so when you monitor that and when you're honest about that, it makes a huge, huge, huge difference. So I feel like there's a lot of good information here. I really hope that some ladies are watching this and get in the groove, because I want to save marriages. I want to save women from feeling hormonal and miserable and ugly. I want to save relationships and keep everyone happy and feeling their best and living their best lives each and every day. That's what I'm all about. So all of this comes full circle, from hormones and hydration and relationships and aging. And it's just a beautiful thing to always keep in mind. So, wow, this has been great. I'm pulling into Wichita Falls right now. My son's ready to pack up his dorm, and I got to have girl talk with you this whole time. It's been phenomenal. So I am sure that I will be checking in throughout the day and maybe driving home with you as well. But I hope that this has been enjoyable for you. I hope that some of what I have said has resonated with you and spoken to you, and hopefully has helped a few things even like click in your world. And maybe you'll go out and text or call your man right now and say, hey, you know how we used to love to golf? Or, hey, you know how we used to just have a hilarious time when we'd go bowling, even though we're both terrible at bowling, but we would just have fun and laugh at each other and have a great time? Let's do that. So I'd like to encourage you to do that today. Until I see you again, because I think I better just go on and end this video for now. If there's fun, thrilling dorm stuff, I will just include it in a different video, because this is perfect. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until I see you again, I hope that you are making it a great day.